Hello everybody, it's Matt here from Team JHQ with a Vanguard standard deck profile. It is of course my Raizer deck. So obviously the star we have is Battle Raizer. When ridden upon, draw a card. Self-explanatory. Now trigger lineup. For triggers I run 8 critical, so 4 of Red Lightning and 4 of Shining Lady. There we go, there, yep. 4 draw triggers. Now they are, of course, the PG draws, so 4 of Twin Blader. Of course, when placed, cast, discard a card from hand, choose one of your units, and cannot be hit till end of battle. So Vanguard Rearguard can be PG'd, and of course, 4 heal triggers. Of course, it is Warboy. What I do like about the trigger changes is that, of course, plus 10,000 power, but now crits and the heal triggers have had their shields beefed up. So instead of heal triggers being 10k shield, they're now 20k, and crit triggers instead of 10k being 15k. Anyway, on to grade 1s. We have 4 copies of Raizer Custom. Raizer Custom skill. At one's turn, put a card from on the Vanguard circle. Put a card from your hand into your soul. This unit can attack even on your first turn and gets drive -1. So if you're going first, just that great opening attack. Of course, you're putting a card from soul and it's losing the drive check, so it's just a card from hand to soul. And then rearguard once a turn. When your other rearguard in the same colours this unit stands, you may stand this unit. So if it's in the front or the back row, but obviously be the back row, and you restand a unit in the front of that column, restands. Anyway, next card is 3 copies of Jet Raizer. When another rearguard is placed, it gains plus 3k. So these are just good if you put them in the back row and then call another unit in front, gains plus 3k. So they can be 10k boosters, something like that on those rush turns. It's just fun. Next up is 3 copies of Trans Raizer. Skill, when it boosts, Soul Blast 2, Counter Charge 1, and if the attack targets a Vanguard, this unit gains plus 3k. So what you could do if you only have 1 Counter Blast on the Perfect Raizer attack, use the skill first to Soul Blast 2, Counter Charge, and then plus 3k to him, so because it would be targeting Vanguard, so makes the attack overall 23,000 power, and then use the Perfect Raizer skill on that point. And then 2 copies just to round off the grade 1s of just the 9k vanilla Death Army guy. As you can see, he's no shield, but 9k just for that boost, or for the 9k power level when you are on grade 1. Just makes an ideal first ride if it's not Raizer Custom. Anyway, moving on to grade 2s. High powered Raizer Custom. When it's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard circle, you may call a Battle Raizer from your soul in the same column. So if you place them on the XL circle, the May effect, even if you use the May effect, it can't be called because there's no other circle in that column. It's essentially if you put them on the Vanguard or one of the other Rearguard circles. And his other skill, when an attack hits a Vanguard, Counter Blast 1 and put a Battle Raizer in soul, stand one of your other Rearguards. So a great way to get multiple attacks in one turn. Next up is 4 copies of Burst Raizer. His skill, when your Vanguard attacks, Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, restand, and if your opponent has 4 or more damage, plus 3k till end of turn. So attack with him, then restand when the Vanguard attacks. If your opponent's on 4 damage, plus 3k, and I like it because it's 12k. I mean, it hits unboosted to excel and protect numbers, but just that 1k under force. If it was 4k, then it would be force numbers. But still, it's a nice card. And then lastly, 3 copies of Iron Killer. When he attacks a Vanguard, if you have 3 or more rear guards, he gains plus 5k. So in the Excel circle, he's 24k when he attacks a Vanguard, and he's 19k otherwise. So I'd like it when he attacks the Vanguard because he hits force numbers. Not gonna lie, he hits force numbers, and yeah, he can also, when restands, it's just more power to you, really. Anyway, grade 3 lineup. So we have 4 copies of Ashura Kaiser. So Ashura Kaiser, of course, with Nova Grappler being Excel Circle. His skill is, when your drive check reveals a grade 2 or greater card, stand one of your rear guards, and if the reveal card is a grade 3 or greater, obviously just gotta be grade 3 unless, like in the manga, we're gonna have the not stride mechanic, because that it's not G stride. But I know in the manga there's grade 4s like Nouvelle Vague, and of course Arc Saber. But anyway, Counter Blast 1, and that rear guard gains plus 10k. So away. So if you can't get the next card, right into this, get the Excel Circle, swing, Twin Drive, grade 2, restand, grade 3, restand plus 10k. So gives you that bit of a buff if you get the grade 3s, but also it's also restanding in case you don't hit Perfect Raizer. And speaking of Perfect Raizer, 3 copies of Perfect Raizer. Now, Perfect Raizer's skill, when it attacks, Counter Blast 2 and stand 2 of your rear guards in the front row. Now, this may sound a bit expensive, but if you use it with Burst Raizer like I explained, and you had one, use the no, not Burst Raizer, Trans Raizer. Yeah, Trans Raizer. So Trans Raizer, hang on. Yeah, Trans Raizer. So you use it with Trans Raizer skill to count Soul Blast 2, Counter Charge 1, and then you got the Counter Blast 2, pre-stand 2 of them. You would probably go with the Excel Circle and one of the rear guards, and if that rear guard had Raizer custom behind it, then you restanded 3 there for 2 Counter Blast. And his bomb skill, when the attack hits, Counter Charge 1. If you have a card with Rising Soul Witch, you should, hopefully, Counter Charge 1, and one of your units gets plus 5k till end of turn. So get that plus 5k buff to, say, the Excel Circle restanded, the unit that you've restored, and plus 5k to it, make it that much harder to guard against. And last grade 3s, 3 copies of Maximum Raizer. It's no mark, but his skill is on Vanguard and Rearguard. When it attacks a Vanguard, while not boosted, gains plus 10k till end of turn. So on the Excel Circle, it becomes a 32,000 power attacker, and it pretty much puts a good bit of pressure. Anyway, that has been my Raizer deck profile. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out our Facebook page, the Team JHQ page, our Twitter at Team JHQ YouTube, and our website, link in the description. And as always, happy gaming.